All right, y'all, listen up, listen up, listen up.
So that's why when you see people go get chemotherapy, it burns all of the cells in the body, not just the bad cancerous mutation cells, which
So
cancer.
you're basically killing yourself.
You killing man. Look, let's think about this. So that's why when you see people go get chemotherapy, it burns all of the cells in the body, not just the bad cancerous mutation cells, which
So
cancer.
you're basically killing yourself.
You killing man. Look, let's think about this. You be completely fine until you get the cancer treatment, and then your hair fall out.
Yeah.
You get dry patches all on your skin.
Yep.
You get horrible metallic taste in your mouth. It completely radiates and burn out your thyroid. You start sleeping a lot. You lose all your weight. You don't have no freaking appetite. And then you die, and they say they died of cancer. Did they die of cancer, or did they die of the chemotherapy treatment to cancer?
Yeah.
That's why if you go into a leukemia ward at the hospital, you see
their eyes is messed up.
Their eyes is big, and then you see 2-year-olds that's completely bald headed. What burnt their hair out? What protruded their eyes out? That's the thyroid. When you mess up the thyroid, you mess with the eyes.
Yeah.
You literally burnt out their thyroid, and you burnt their nervous system, because the hair is an extension of the nervous system by way of the Merkel's disc.
Yep.
So the chemotherapy, because the hair is an extension of the nervous system by way of the Merkel's disc.
Yep.
So the chemotherapy is killing you. Is the cancer killing you? And this is where the illusion of disease come in at, because y'all are looking at disease, and I'm not going to say you, I'm going to say the world is looking at disease from a European culture perspective. Mm-hmm. But if you take my perspective and you look at disease, disease is the body having a natural capability of actually healing itself. Mm-hmm. We have been tricked and bamboozled into believing that your symptoms, which is the body healing itself, is actually diseases when they not. And they always say it starts off as a cold. These are the symptomologies. You have a cough. Well, if you cough, I'm breaking up coagulation of mucus within my bronchial tubes. Mm-hmm. You see that? Mm-hmm. A sneeze, achoo. If you sneeze and say achoo, you feel particles hit your hand. I'm getting out any type of particles that's in my cephaloid or maxillary cavities. You see that? Mm-hmm. A fever. They want to give you all types of Benadryl and things that'll lessen your fever, Tylenol. A fever brings things into circulation because inflammation is setting in. So you have to thin out the blood, and you have to heat up the basal temperature of the thyroid to govern the temperature of your body to weed out any type of pathologies like bacteria that doesn't need to be in the body. Yeah. And it thins the blood for you can get things into circulations like microminerals, macrominerals, macromolecules.
So your body is naturally healing
itself. So let me show you this is the biggest.
And man, look, and I can't stress that enough. This dude right here, man, I fuck with him all the way. You know what I'm saying? This brother, even though I'm not on his diet, you know what I'm saying, because he eats real healthy, I still, every now and then, I'm going to eat me a honey bun. You know what I'm saying? Some cookies and stuff. I know he's 100% strict on his shit, but I got nothing but love for you, bro. Brother Ike, man, I got nothing but love for you, man. I love the way he break down this shit. I love the way he speak. He's very articulate. You know what I'm saying? And he knows his shit. You know what I'm saying? But I like I said before, I've been trying to tell people, man, this shit, man, for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from the chemotherapy bull crap. It's a psyops. We are dealing with we talking big dollars here, okay? You know, ain't nowhere in the world you can all this technology that these people can. Obama done spent millions of dollars on that brain initiative program to read people's minds and to put people under MK Ultra mind control, but yet and still you can't find a cure for cancer. Come on, it's all a psyops. You see what I'm saying? And I'm speaking from experience. I know people. I'm not mentioning nobody's names because I don't know who's watched my videos. Some people might get offended, whatever. So I'm not bringing up nobody, but there's several people that I know that passed away from the so-called cancer shit. You know what I'm saying? And if they would have stayed out of that motherfucking chemotherapy, they would have probably still been alive to this day. You see what I'm saying? So the chemo thing is a joke. Look, it don't make no sense. Since when do radiation cure the human body? Come on, man. They're gonna come and radiate your ass. The chemo is all radiation. If you want to get radiated, just tell the motherfuckers to gang stalk you. They're gonna radiate you regardless. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to go to the chemo to get radiated. You just be a target individual. You gonna get radiated. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is just a business. It's a big motherfucking business, and they making billions and trillions of dollars to kill your ass, and not just kill you slow, because it's not all about killing people slow here. I mean fast. Not killing people fast. It's not about killing people fast here. They want to kill you slow. They wanna milk the dud. They wanna get you sick so that way you can continue to pay the visits, to see your doctors, to come up with that money. Cause the doctors got to pay their mortgage and their car insurance just like you, and their car notes just like you. So they want you to keep coming back, milking the dud. And when the dud is dried out, they throw you away and throw you in the damn dirt. And just like he said, oh, they just died from cancer. No, you died from a damn conspiracy. You see what I'm saying? That's what you died from. You know what I mean?
It was the most evil genius thing to do. And it started by John D. Rockefeller and the Carnegie family. And we can talk about that story too. But anyways, they tricked the entire world. Well, let me not say that because that's taken away from Africa, people that still believe in indigenous medicine. They tricked most of the world into believing that the body's natural capability of healing itself, which is these symptoms that I just told you, they done tricked you to thinking that these symptoms are the actual damn disease when it's not.
And that is real shit, because I said that before too. I said our body has a defense mechanism. It reacts. Like, you gotta understand, there's a war going on inside. We have cells, we have what they call antibodies and all types of soldiers. Let's just call them soldiers inside the body. You call it immune system, whatever, defenses, whatever you want to call it. But they're there to protect you. So if you have a cold, like he was talking about, if you sneeze, your body is blowing out the mucus. So if you got mucus coming out, let it come out. You want it to come out. That's another reason why Indian people, the red dot Indians, they eat a lot of hot foods. And even Thailand people, they eat a lot of hot, spicy foods. When you eat a lot of chili peppers and stuff, that stuff allows the mucus to drain from your sinus cavity. You know what I'm saying? That it'll drain that shit out. It's like fire. Like fire. Shut up in my bones like Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's some church songs back in the day. You know what I mean? But that's what see, Mother Nature provided us with what we need. So if you all congested in the nose, then you go ahead and eat some hot soup. Put that Kanye pepper up in that joint. Or some horseradish or something. You know what I'm saying? Something to get that nose running. If you don't like the horseradish, which I'm not really a horseradish dude, but I do the Kanye pepper. You put some of that spice, put some hot sauce or something. Or better yet, eat some chicken wing. Get some hot chicken wings. You ever eat some chicken wings and they hot? Man, you a big man. You need some Kleenex just to blow your nose. So what I'm saying, Mother Nature provided us with remedies that you're supposed to do. So even when, like I said, even when you cough, you hack up mucus. If it comes out the mouth or the nose or whatever, you sweat it out. You sweat the toxins out the body. Even when you put deodorant on, this is the reason why it's not good to use deodorant unless you have aluminum free. But it's called antiperspirant. What does that mean? Antiperspirant. They're stopping you to perspire. They don't want you to perspire. They don't want you to sweat. It's stopping you from sweating. So why would you want your body to stop sweating, really? You see what I'm saying? I know, we've been in this matrix, so you see somebody with wet underarms, you're like, oh man, look at him or look at her or whatever. But really, that's a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying just walk around here all wet up. I mean, if you dry, dry yourself off or whatever. But it's a natural thing because your body is constantly detoxing. But when you put on those aluminum deodorants, man, you clogging your bloodstream all up. Because you putting those metals right back into the body. It's right back into the bloodstream. And then we got the graphene, and then we got the nano particulates that they implanting in our brains. Man, we bombarded with metals, man. You see what I'm saying? And if you're a TI, man, you really on some shit. You really on some shit. More so than the average Joe. Because they're literally, like with myself, they are literally intentionally like implanting me through satellite. I deal with satellite-based terrorism, okay? For the ignorant ones that don't know, go get yourself some books about gang stalking, satellite terrorism in America, guinea pigs, technologies of control, how to tame a demon. Look, the information's out there. Stop acting like you don't know. Stop acting like people are crazy, okay? And I'm on that mom, he crazy, man. He don't know what he talking about. Okay, well, I hope you keep that same thought when they zap your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, what I'm saying is that the body has a natural defense to fight the battle that's going on inside. But you fuck it up when you take the NyQuil, when you take, because what did the commercials say? NyQuil. It stops the sneezing, the coughing, and hacking, and it makes you get some rest at night. You know, them dumbass commercials. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it to stop you, because you ever notice when you take the NyQuil, if you're sick or whatever, and you take NyQuil or whatever, then also when it stops you, and yeah, it's gonna get you some sleep because it got alcohol in it. I mean, if you just want some sleep, you might just puff something or maybe take a shot of Jack Daniels if you want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just taking the NyQuil with all the chemicals in it. So when you take that NyQuil, you ever notice that when you wake up, you be all congested? Because that stuff them jams you up and then jams your sinuses up. That's the last thing you want. You don't want nothing to jam you up. You don't want traffic jam in your body, okay? You don't want traffic jam. You don't want your blood to be jammed up. You don't want plaque in your arteries. You don't want jammed up sinuses. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up in the morning and you getting yourself together and you coughing, you know how you wash your face and everything. You got phlegm coming up your chest. Cough that up. Get it out the system. Blow your nose. Blow the mucus out. Get some sea moss or something. You know, black seed oil. You know what I mean? Is many things that you could be taking. You know what I'm saying? Drink their herbal tea every day. Get them all in tea. Get all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's things out here that you should be taking on the religiously. That's what you should be doing. Taking this shit religiously. Because we are at war. You best believe that. This war is different, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, this war is more of a take you over from the inside out. Don't be just thinking about when somebody say war, you got to think about soldiers running in the damn forest with fatigues on. It's not about that. This war is more. This is a spiritual warfare. It's psychological warfare. It's biological warfare. And it's the take your ass over warfare. That's what's going on.
It's the capability of healing itself, which is these symptoms that I just told you. They done tricked you to thinking that these symptoms are the actual damn disease when it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
These symptomologies is the body going through a natural detoxification. A question was asked to me the other day, and it was, should I not get colds? I said, brother, you better pray to fucking God you get a cold every season. And he said, why? I said, a cold is the body's natural way of detoxifying. You get a fever to bring things into circulation.
Yeah.
You coughing to break up agglomulation or coagulation of mucus. Your fever is going up to bring things into circulations. You start the itching in your skin open up to get rid of parasitics or any metals or microplastics that doesn't need to be in your body. Inflammation is basically localizing the disease where you can get the goodies there. That's what they call swelling, inflammation. You can't have none of these things without healing. You have to heal off of these natural things. Then they say, well, mucus is the cause of all disease. Last time I checked, mucus is in your body. You cannot live without mucus.
Now I gotta pause it on this one. He the first woke brother I ever heard say this. You should catch a cold. You know what I'm saying? A lot of conscious people I hear saying, you know, you shouldn't be catching no colds. If I look at it like this, if you on your dean, and if you constantly detoxing, and you know every, like I said, you taking your shit, you taking your herbal supplements, you taking some salts, you know what I'm saying, some sodium bicarbonates to clean the body out, whatever. If you doing these type of things, then you shouldn't get sick because you be cleaning. Because the cold, remember, the cold comes from what? It comes from a buildup of shit that's in your body. So if you got a buildup of mucus or whatever, then bam, that's when you get the fever, and now you're down, and your body, your temperature, your temperature is high, and you know what I'm saying, now you're sick. You know what I'm saying? So now the body got to fight to get this crap out because you done basically hit the limit. You done hit the mark. So I hear the choppers outside, but I ain't paying no mind. But so as far as I'm concerned, I still fuck with my mans. I don't necessarily agree with wanting to get sick once a year. I say It's like this. If you take care of your vehicle, if you take care of your car and get your car inspected regularly, like really inspected, like you get your tires rotated, you check your fluids, you change your fluids and stuff like that frequently, you change your brake pads and your rotor, you know what I'm saying? If you do that, if you keep that up to par, then you don't have to worry about anything like breaking down. You see what I'm saying? The last thing you want to do is like really be stranded on the side of the road or whatever, right? You don't want that, right? So that's how I look at the body as well. If you constantly taking care of the body religiously, then you shouldn't have to worry about being down out of nowhere. This shit just came out of nowhere, and it was all good yesterday, and then now you down for the count, and that happens. That happens. But I noticed in my past when that was happening, I wasn't on my team. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't a herbalist back then. And I was getting colds all the damn time. You see what I'm saying? But now we got a lot of shit now. You got silver, you got gold, you got all these minerals. You got copper. You could take all these trace minerals. And he knows about it. That's what I'm schooling you. For y'all that don't know. If you take these trace minerals will boost your immune system. You see what I'm saying? So if you constantly, Billy Carson said he haven't been sick in like 6 years or something. He said, you know what I'm saying? He said he ain't been sick in a long. Billy Carson, he said he been taking silver, colloidal silver. He said he never been sick. You see what I'm saying? So Billy Carson would disagree with him on that. Billy Carson was, nah, man, I ain't getting sick. Fuck that. Because at the end of the day, who wants a broken down car? Who wants to get sick? Who wants your body? You don't want your body broken down, right? And if you're a targeted individual, you got to be on your motherfucking shit because they trying to break you down every day with the radiation, with the directed energy weapons, with the psychological warfare tactics that you see. You see what I'm saying? So you really got to be on your motherfucking shit. So as far as what he's saying right there, I understand why he's saying it. He's saying get sick so you can detox. But what I'm saying is, fuck that. Detox before you get sick. You see what I'm saying? Don't wait till you get sick and then want to detox. Detox before that shit happen. In other words, prevent it. Prevent that shit from happening. Because if you clean your ass out now, then you ain't got to worry about, being jammed. It's just like if you go to the bathroom, if you defecating on a regular, then you ain't got to worry about constipation. And there's no constipation, then there's no hemorrhoids and all, et cetera, et cetera. You see what I'm saying? So it's ways that we can prevent. You know what I'm saying? We can prevent it from happening, then prevent it from happening.
Mucus is a necessity for life. Mm-hmm. And then when you look at the chemical composition of mucus, guess what you got inside of there? You have macrophages. Macrophages is a part of the so-called immunological system. You have T cells, what they call thymus gland cells, B cells, which is bone marrow cells. You have phagocyte cells, these things that engulfs other invading cells that don't need to be in the body. And guess what it does? It takes us to something called the lymphatic system. It takes it to lymph nodes, and then the lymph nodes actually have all these different other bacteria that breaks down acid, and then you relieve all of this acidic toxemia from the body by way of the mucosal membrane. So mucus is not the cause of disease either. Mm-hmm. The cause of your body, because I can't say this.
Now, Seti said it. Dr. Seti said mucus is the cause. You know what I'm saying? But he also said excessive mucus, though. So let me get that straight so somebody don't misconstrue what I'm saying or what he was saying. He did say that excessive mucus, and that's why he always recommend CMOS. I learned about CMOS from Dr. Sabi back in the day. He was the one talking about CMOS. I never heard nobody else talking about it until now. It's commercialized. But Dr. Sabi was the one talking about CMOS. And CMOS eradicates built up mucus in the body. And you're going to get mucus in the body if you're on the sad diet. Look, if you're eating bread, mucus. If you're eating pasta, mucus. You're drinking milk, double mucus. You know what I'm saying? Meat, mucus. All the foods that we eat every day creates mucus. You see what I'm saying? So if you eating this shit, then yeah, you're gonna have to clean your ass. You're gonna have to clean the body. You're gonna have to. You're gonna build mucus. And what's gonna happen? when you build up excessive mucus. It has to come out. It's an overload. So now, bing. Now you don't feel well. You got the cold. You got the fever. Your head, your temperature, your gauge, your thermostat is hot. You know what I mean? So now you're down, man down, man down.
Because I don't believe in disease, but the cost of your body going through its natural detoxification that we have been tricked into believing diseases is the body lacking oxygen. Because I can't say disease because I don't believe in disease, but the cost of your body going through its natural detoxification that we have been tricked into believing diseases is the body lacking oxygen. And guess how you lack oxygen? Not consciously breathing, because we are shallow breathers and we are mouth breathers. We don't know how to properly breathe in through our nasal passage and out of our mouths. Eating the wrong acidic forming foods, drinking contaminated water, and environmental pollutants. The only thing that will make you, it's two things that will make your body naturally detoxify itself, or what you would call a disease.
Okay.
That is deficiency and toxicity.
You know what I worry about?
Deficiency and toxicity. Write them down. Deficiency and toxicity. What is deficiency? A lack thereof. You're lacking on something. Lacking on vitamin C, minerals, trace minerals, copper, zinc, gold, silver. You know what I mean? Magnesium. Anything that you lacking of, you have a deficiency of. You know what I mean? And then a buildup of toxins.
It almost seems.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first. What?
Seems as though when you give people information, right, and they take it in, and let's say, for example, they use it and it benefits them in some way.
Yeah.
Right? What I worry about a lot of times is when they go back from it, because we then embrace other cultural norms that program us to do things, or they're influenced by other things that
I like
then
the way
tell
you're
us
talking.
to do things differently, right?
Facts, yeah.
That it then drives them far away from it because they don't believe that they can get back to it because they've already walked away from. It's almost like being voluntarily ignorant, right?
Yeah, the Bible got a passage in it that's deep. You know, I read all religious books. I read the Bible too.
Yeah.
But the Bible talks about when a spirit leaves forth from a man, it goes and it wanders around in dry places. So this is a man getting rid of an evil spirit.
Yeah.
It said it leaves his body and it goes, wanders around in dry places, seeking refuge or seeking a home. And if it can't find it, it goes back to that man. And if the man allows that demon back within his vessel, it brings 7 other like spirits with him. And it's damn near impossible for him to be reborn again.
Yep.
That's the same analogy that we go through all the time. So I'm just saying this to prove the point. This is how I'm able to prove that spirituality is scientific.
It is.
Right.
You see that?
Yeah,
I just use
agree.
a spiritual
Y'all hear
analogy that spirituality is scientific.
It is.
And that's why shout out to Spirit Science. I said it before and I say it again. Spirit Science. If you don't have the two, then shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
You see that?
Yeah,
I
agree.
able to prove that spirituality is scientific.
It is.
You see that?
Yeah,
I just use a
agree.
spiritual analogy or idea to back up what you just said.
Yep.
That was scientifically. You can actually scientifically prove that people will leave from something, then get back on it and be worse off. Have you ever seen a heroin addict that'll kick the addiction, and then he have a certain traumatic experience, and then he go back to the dog food, and now it kills him because he will never get off of it again in his life?
I have, and you know, it's interesting because you know I study the word also, and
also you know what a passage.
Yeah, I've read it back to back 7 times, but I mean I guess the more you read it, the less you just read it, the more you study it.
Facts.
Because you deep dive into it. And the unique thing about the word is that the older that you get, and the reason why I've read it so many times is that I get different things out of it.
Yes.
As I've grown.
Yeah, it's a codex.
It is.
And there's many different perceptions or many different ways to look at one Bible verse.
Yeah.
Like for instance,
you are 100% correct.
Yeah,
right.
I speak fluent Hebrew. I read fluent Hebrew and I write fluent Hebrew. If you look at the beginning, it says Bereshit bara Elohim et Hashemayim et Haaretz, right? And it's talking about in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, right?
Correct.
But if you start slowing down and you start looking up these words in the Hebrew definition, God doesn't mean.
Okay, y'all Hebrew Israelites, how come y'all don't know Hebrew? Huh? Y'all don't know Hebrew. I don't think this brother even a Hebrew Israelite. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
All right, fluent Hebrew. If you look at the beginning, it says Bereshit bara Elohim et Hashemayim et Haaretz, right? And it's talking about in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, right?
Correct.
But if you start slowing down and you start looking up these words in the Hebrew definition, God doesn't mean one entity. God means Elohim. It got a mem at the end, a mem sulfate, which means plural. It means many.
Yep.
So first I thought God created everything. Then I start really reading. In the beginning, God's created the heavens and the earth. Then you start really keep reading what it's talking about, and it seemed like, man, a damn scientific experiment was going on with us, man.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. Like
was
sometimes
scientific.
I could study, because I still study today.
Yeah.
I could study a scripture and I could get stuck on one or two scriptures specifically, just deep diving into it and trying to understand, the depths of what was being communicated, and then you start to look at what came before it and what happened after it.
Exactly.
And
That's you studying.
All right, yo, that was it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Gang Stalk Simulation, baby, where you gonna get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the motherfucking truth.
Artificial intelligence is creating music now
Shut
that
your
we can
ass
use
up.
in our videos.
Get out of my
There's
damn
a
camera.
website called